Hey, what's up? It's Valar. Hope everybody's doing awesome, having a good day. Thanks so much for checking out the channel, checking out the video. Today is just going to be kind of a synopsis on what I think about 1.13 and what's out so far. And I'm actually not going to do it from so much of a ranty perspective. I'm just going to try to be fair here and say my honest thoughts. So some could be good, some could be bad, but I haven't really had a whole lot of chance to dive into it too much because I've been at work all day and pretty busy. But that's all right. So I figured, what the heck, let's actually try to do it here. We got the news that shows here now, and we had I think we even just finally had another server crash about an hour ago or so. So that part's been funny. You know, maintenance gate really is real. Anyway, before I get into all this stuff too, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It really helps out. But I'm not going to read this word for word or anything. You guys can go in here to the news and read all this stuff, so I'm not just going to sit here and read it to you. But I actually do think it's pretty cool. It's not a whole ton of content, but this Battle Pass is actually a dramatic change for this game. So it's actually pretty cool. So my take is, at least it gives us some fun things to do to collect a few more extra rewards. And I actually like the fact they built some champions around it now. There's still the huge pay-to-play aspect of it. It's not like they're giving it all to you for free. But the free stuff's actually pretty good. So that I like, you know. But, you know, you get some different things here. There's daily and weekly challenges. So it's similar to like getting like daily rewards, except the rewards seem pretty, you know, they seem good, right? And then you get 4 challenges every day. Nothing actually too exciting from what I saw so far. It's some stuff like do an arena battle with a magic champion 3 times or something like that. I remember that was one of them. And then weekly challenges. The funny thing is, the kind of cool thing I like is you can actually see the weekly challenges. Even if you don't have the gold battle pass, like you can actually see your progress toward it, and it would count if you activate it at any time. So that's kind of cool. But the core battle pass everybody gets. So I don't know. I actually like this. For them, it's a step in the right direction to me. I could be giving them too much credit right now, and maybe I am. But the thing that I think they definitely need to invest in is actually way more infrastructure. This game makes millions of dollars, right? So they should actually buy new servers. That would be step number 1. And then the other thing too is, or more than one server. But also the other thing that they should do is, like, for all this maintenance stuff, like, why don't they just come out overnight or whatever it is, shut the game down for 4 hours? I mean, I don't even care if they would do that, right? Make it an announcement that, you know, like a week in advance, say the game's going to be shut down from this time to this time for implementing all these features, right? Rather than you got to go in here every 5 minutes. And I swear there must have been 7 or 8 times where I know I got kicked off today. But I don't know, they're probably more than that because it's not like I haven't been playing in hours. But anyway, so you guys can read through all the rest of this stuff. There are some cool looking champions in here too. I have looked at this Walrim Frost King. I've looked at Stag Knight. Stag Knight looks really cool to me, actually. He's like a better version of, although he doesn't have poisons, but he's like a better version of Toon Lord with a decreased attack and a decreased defense on his A2, I think it was, on a 3-turn cooldown, I think, which was one of the big things about Toon Lord that I didn't like. So I'll look at these ones and kind of give my opinion. I haven't even looked at Ursine Ice Crusher or Ursine Ironhide, so we'll look at them. And these rares actually look pretty cool too. The Frozen Banshee and the Grave Chill Killer. Grave Chill Killer? That's pretty funny, actually. Grave Chill Killer. That's like a rap name or something. It's like Ghostface Killer, but Grave Chill Killer. Grave Chill Killer. Sorry. So, and this is kind of interesting. This poison sensitivity. I could see some different meta teams being shaken up with Clan Boss, actually, with this. If it works the way I think it will. Because it's got 25 or 50%. If you have a 50% poison sensitivity and you stack that on the Clan Boss, and I have Vizier, so let's say I have someone who has a 50% sensitivity, I can have that up the entire Clan Boss fight, and every single poison is going to stack for, instead of 50,000, 75,000 damage. Yeah, you're going to lose 1 poison slot, but that doesn't matter because you're getting an extra 25,000 per other poison slot. So if you have a decreased defense, a weaken, and this poison sensitivity and the attack down, you have 6 poisons up, right? So instead of having 7 poisons up, you have 6. but those 6 are proccing an additional 25,000 damage every single time. That's pretty sick, actually. I like that. So this is actually some interesting stuff. So to me, it's not like the most game-breaking update ever, but it's not the worst either. I've got to give them a little bit of credit because I want to be fair in my assessments of the game. I think this actually adds some kind of cool elements to the game, and this decreased crit rate, can decrease by either 15 or 30%. That is okay. I feel like. I mean, okay, right? And then decreased crit damage, basically the same thing. These could be useful. Mainly like in arena, or possibly in waves or something like that. But I don't see these being that game breaking in any way. And then the new buff, strengthen, decreases damage taken, can decrease the damage taken by either 15 or 25%. That's pretty good. That's like a stalwart set, right? So basically that's what it is. Except stalwart's only AoE. This is everything, right? But it's only one specific, so that's pretty good. Increased accuracy is kind of cool. Increased crit damage, kind of cool. The dwarf crit, which will come 2 weeks from now. That's pretty funny that they said, oh, we're not even going to have it out for 6 days, and then the counter will come up. And then the visualization on the passive skills, like I said, I have Vizier, and I noticed in the clown boss fight, he does have like an animation that I was like, whoa, what happened there? It almost made me feel like I was doing a move without clicking anything. And this hasn't been implemented yet, but it'll be at reset tonight. Is the increased multi-battle attempts. I'm looking forward to that, actually. That's kind of cool. Multi-battles in dungeons for a month. Hopefully they make that permanent. And then added this warning when sacrificing champions. That's good. Artifact animations are increased. And that's cool, right? Well, this is the nerf to block damage and unkillable. And then the nerf to being able to clan hop and all that stuff. And then here's the different updates, on the champion balancing. I don't only have Foley out of all these. I have 2 Foleys, so I'll probably play around with Foley a little bit. I don't really use Foley that much, but it would be kind of neat to test them out a little bit with this, see if it actually does anything. I watched my boy Loki Magic's video, and unfortunately it doesn't seem like he works as AI. It's a lot of AI problems. That's mainly the thing, is that AI does not work correctly. Or it doesn't work to where you would want it to work, where it doesn't block the side minions. He doesn't do the AI move until later in the fight, if he does it at all. Alright, so whole bunch of different buffs there. Torment is now not as bad. I have fought some Torments, and actually I feel like Torment is still strong, even with this stuff being removed. So that's good. You just, in the beginning of the round, you're not going to get, your whole team frozen. That was sort of unfair, right? To just freeze everybody. It's almost like penalizing you for having farmed the best gear out there to get the best speed you can. Anyway, so that's kind of it with the different updates there. We'll look at this battle pass a little bit. So here's the battle pass. I haven't even collected my rewards or anything, and I'm not going to get this pass because I don't want to spend money or anything right now. So this is but it is pretty cool. So that I'll admit. The only thing this is some bad thing I want to complain about. So there's this 10% XP boost right here. Now I don't know, and there's this raid pass that you have right here. I have 20% XP, 20% silver. So let's just put a bunch of 1-stars in here real quick on a campaign battle, and I'll show you what happens. Which I'm sure everybody kind of knows this already, but I don't like at all. I'm actually like, this pisses me off actually in a way, because this is actually screwing over like people that do pay money to play the game and everything too. So if you're paying the $10, then like you're supposed to get what you paid for, right? And then, but now you can look, the XP is only 9517. It was 10,342, I want to say before. So that's a pretty big cut, right? And if that's not going to sit well with me, if that's actually, you have to buy this battle pass to get this extra 10% that was already in the game yesterday, and they took it out, and now you have to pay for it to get something that was already to be paid for, which is ridiculous. That's just crazy. Anyway, but let's get into the stuff that's actually free. So that part's cool, right? That part's not cool. This part's cool. Sorry. So the free stuff here. The free stuff is actually this, you get an Ancient Shard, an energy refill, and an XP boost just for the beginning of the day, right? So, and then you complete these challenges, which I guess I haven't been logged in for 3 hours of the game between yesterday and today. So once you do this, you get these points towards all these rewards that build up and everything too. So, and then here's the stuff you'll get pretty much every day. So I think it's like 7 weeks. Yeah, 7 weeks that this battle pass is. 7 weeks, 6 days. So So almost 8 weeks, actually. But pretty nice rewards. I mean, you get energy refill, clan boss. That's pretty meh. XP, pretty meh. But it's something to actually like come in here and have some fun. And it's pretty easy to get this stuff, I feel like, so far. All you gotta do is just do some daily challenges, and then that's it, right? You do some daily challenges, you get enough points, come in here, collect all this stuff. But it's pretty cool after you've done it for a couple weeks. Full 6-star epic offense gear. A full set. Like, that's actually pretty neat, right? So that's a pretty good reward. And then you get a bunch of clan boss keys along the way, and all this is 100% completely free. So that's pretty awesome. And then gems, chickens, more. So it's kind of like a consistent theme where they give you energy refill, extra energy, some gems, some chickens, some minor rewards for a few days, and then boom, they come out with a really nice reward for every like 10 to 14 days, it looked like. So and then a 6-star life set, which is pretty cool, right? All 6-star epic. I like that. That's good. That's moving in the right direction. All 6-star speed set, right? An all 6-star speed set. It's cutting off the champions. I just realized that. Like, you can't even see half of them. Oh, sorry. Oh man. Anyway, 6-star epic speed set at day 34. You get the point here. 4-star chickens, all the epic books. This is 6-star, another 6-star offense set. Wait, was that 5-star? I apologize. That's a 5-star set. I'm not even looking at this right. Sorry about that. So those are actually 5-star sets. The 6-star sets don't come for a while. My mistake there. They're not 6-star, the first two. The other ones, they don't get 6-star until day 44. Okay, that's fine. So 6-star, day 44. Either way, though, they're full epic sets. So you at least have a good chance at some substats that roll some good speed or something, depending on what you get. And then you get a champion, too, which she seems pretty cool, actually. I'll go through these champions. And I'm going to look at these Ursine ones because I haven't looked at them at all. And then you see you get more 6-star and an avatar, all that stuff, a 6-star speed. So it kind of like rinses and repeats a little bit. And then 6-star legendary. But if you play the game, like, you're actually going to get some nice rewards for it. And that's one I haven't seen yet. But looking at the end, a legendary tome at the end. And then down here you can look at the other stuff, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's some pretty good stuff you're getting in here with a Void legendary at the end of it. So that's pretty nice if you decide to go that route. But I don't know that I'm going to because I don't really want to spend money on it. So anyway, pretty good rewards. Then let's just look at these champs and then kind of call it a day here. So we had a couple of them that were, I think, in Skinwalkers. One guy in Bannerlords. It's this guy here. This is the guy that actually I really would love to get. Let me see what people reviewed him at. Yeah, people reviewed him pretty high so far. Stag Knight. Like, that just makes me think of a bachelor party for some reason, like a stag party. Oh, man. Anyway, so his A1 attacks one enemy 2 times and 30% chance of placing decreased speed. That's cool. You can get that buffed up to it's like a 50% chance. Yep. This is the part that's really cool. And you book this down to a 3-turn cooldown. It's an AoE that you can get up to, is that a 95% chance? 80, 90, okay, 95% chance of placing decreased defense. Is that right? Yeah, so it's only 25% and then a 75% chance of decreased attack. Now, Tomb Lord, I think, just does it, so that's his difference is it's placing it. I don't think there's a percentage chance, so that part kind of stinks, but you can get it booked up pretty high to 95 and 75. Sorry, I feel like I'm doing that wrong, and 95 just seems weird, but no, that's what it is. Okay, so, and then to a 3-turn cooldown. Tomb Lord is on a 5-turn cooldown. He's a legendary. This guy is an epic, and it's on a 3-turn cooldown, which makes me think this is so good for like dungeon waves and stuff, and good for possibly arena and everything as well. If you can get this guy to go off real quickly. So I really like this guy. He looks pretty cool, actually. He looks like one I want to get. And then places an increased accuracy buff on an ally 1 turn each time the ally has a debuff resisted by an enemy. What? Places a 50% increased buff on an ally for 1 turn each time the ally. Okay, that's okay. I don't really like that one that much. It's a little too situational. But this is beast. That I really, really like. And then what was the other one? Skinwalkers. Okay, so these are the ones I haven't seen yet. Ursine, whatever's. Ursine Ice Crusher. This is the polar bear that everybody was talking about. And he's defense based. I like that. He's got really high defense, actually. That's pretty cool. Decent HP. His speed is pretty slow. I don't like the speed being that slow. But Rosin's in that 91, and you can work on getting the speed up. That's good. Attacks one enemy has a 10% chance of placing a block cooldown skills debuff for 1 turn. I get that's okay. I mean, that's not like great or anything, I feel like, but it's okay. So it's like an ability block kind of thing. So it's not terrible, but it's a really low chance. And you can only get it up to a 30% chance. That's pretty underwhelming. Attacks all enemies with 75% chance of placing a 30% decreased crit rate debuff for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown that you can get up to 100%. So far he's pretty meh actually, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I mean, just to get block cooldown on one person and then decreased crit rate on everybody. I mean, what if they're defense-based champions that don't have a lot of crit rate anyway, type thing in their builds, you know? So I don't know. I don't love that one. So decreases the damage all allies receive from critical hits by 15. Fills the champion's turn meter by 5 whenever anyone lands a strong normal. Okay. So he's basically like a built-in stalwart set, it sounds like, but only on critical hits. And then all HP and all battles by 25%. He's all right. I wouldn't kind of say I feel like he's actually a little bit mediocre, is my opinion. So let's look at the other guy, Ursine Ironhide. They are pretty dang cool looking, that I have to say. Like, I like this grizzly bear look over here. Attacks one enemy, 35% chance of increasing the cooldown of one of the target skills by 1 turn at random. Very similar to the other guy. And easy defense, yeah. That's pretty mad too. I don't like that. You know, attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 75% chance of decreasing the turn meter by 5%. Decreases turn meter by 10% if the target's under a decreased attack. It's only a 2-hitter. I don't know. I don't like that either. I mean, both these guys seem pretty underwhelming. Attacks all enemies, 75% chance of placing okay, that's good. So he's got a decreased attack AoE. But you can see why I like the other guy better, the Stagnite guy. And then each hit 50% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 7.5. Each hit also has 50% chance of putting one of the target skills on cooldown if the target's under a decreased crit. There's a lot going on that if this, if that, it's so situational, these two guys, it feels like. I mean, maybe you get some niche use out of them, but I'm not really that excited about either one of these guys, actually. I feel like the rares are actually better. The legendary was a Knight Revenant, I want to say. Yeah, so this is a Knight Revenant guy. It's this guy right here. He's in the new artwork animation on the front page. Him and Stagnite, I believe. So this guy does look pretty interesting. Defense based with really high, not really high, but decent defense, good speed. And then he does this, attacks one enemy, 30% chance of placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn, places perfect veil on the ally with the lowest HP for 1 turn if the freeze debuff is placed. Okay. AoE that does decreased crit damage for 2 turns and places increased crit damage on all allies. That's not bad. I mean, I think it's kind of cool in Arena. And then, okay, this is a strengthen buff and an increased defense. That is pretty sick, actually. So not only is it going to increase your defense, which would make you kind of take less damage anyway, he's also going to give you this extra buff, the strengthen buff, that makes you take even less damage. So I like that on a 4-turn cooldown. That's pretty cool, actually. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Okay, more server maintenance coming up right in the middle of this. So I'm going to end this video real quick. It increases ally defense in the arena by 30. All right, let's go look at these 2 rares real quick and then call it a day because we got server maintenance coming in 4 minutes. All right, were they undead, I think? Yeah, they're undead. Okay. This one looks like the female version of the Night King. Like they just ripped her off right from the Night King, I think. Actually, no, it's both of them look like they got ripped off by White Walkers. This is the Night King one. They both look like White Walkers. So anyway, but attacks one enemy 2 times, and 80% chance, which you can get up to 100%, of placing a 5% poison for 2 turns if the target's under poison sensitivity. But she has that in her kit too, on her A3. Now, it's not a very high chance. It's only a 10% chance, and it's the smaller version of it. But it also increases by 10% for each debuff on the target. So what you want to do is get someone to land a whole bunch of poisons first, or a whole bunch of other debuffs and stuff, and then lay this on because it'll have a higher chance, and then start proccing this. But a rare to have an A1 5% poison is pretty good, right? Like on an A1, that's pretty sick. Now, she doesn't have much HP or anything, though, so that kind of is a negative. But she fills, and she has this turn meter fill, so I'm not sure how she would work in counterattack teams. But I like her. I think she seems cool. She's cooler than those bear epics to me, actually. And then this one, Gravekill Chiller. attacks one enemy has a 40% chance of placing a 5% poison. She's also got a poison on her A1. And there's no qualifier on this one either. It just procs the poison, but you get up to a 50% chance. It's a one-hitter, but still, again, it's a rare with a 5% poison on their A1, so a higher poison. And then also, this is pretty cool. Attacks one enemy, 75% chance. This is just funny, server maintenance. All right, attacks one enemy, 75% chance of placing a 30% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. 75% chance of placing decreased debuff for 2 turns instead if the target's under a poison debuff. Okay, so lower version if they're not under poison, higher version if they're under poison. So you want to get poisons on, and she does this on a 3-turn cooldown. That's good. So she's good. These two really seem like they'd be kind of fun in Clan Boss. And attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit places 2.5% poison debuff. And then here's the other thing. If they have poison sensitivity, it places the higher version of poison. So that's some pretty good stuff, actually. I feel like for a couple rares, the problem is their HP is actually pretty low, so it's going to be hard to scale that. And they are attack-based, so I don't know how much survivability they have. But pretty cool. They'd actually be pretty fun to kind of test out and see how they do. And before the game crashes, I'm going to get out of here. So thanks very much for checking it out. Again, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'll be back soon with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Cheers.